This is a HeadGum podcast.
I loved mushrooms. I've only been high on mushrooms probably 3 times. I loved it, but I don't ever want to do it. It's a commitment. And then you got to try to figure out, did I eat enough? And
Oh, you'll know if you ate enough. I've died 3 times on mushrooms. Like I ate.
You died on mushrooms?
Yeah.
no, you definitely
We've
know
been
when
trying to kill you all these years,
Yeah.
and then we could have done it with mushrooms.
I came back to life. I don't know.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
Yes. I just pull your mic down. God, I did it again.
It's not a
little bit
cock.
down. Yeah, there
Put
we
it
go.
down
Perfect.
lower. Aaron.
Lower, like right there. What'd you say? Oh shit! What's that?
Oh, we've lost the branding.
Oh my God.
Rochelle's going to hit the roof.
And make sure this is facing the camera so they can see.
That's good, right?
Brought to you by HeadGum.
Headgum.
We're rolling.
Yeah?
Yes.
Hello, my name's Johnny Knoxville.
And I'm Jeff Tremaine.
And I'm Danger Aaron.
Yes.
I guess. Is that how it
I had
starts?
to ask. And this is Jackass the podcast. And we are sitting here with a man who is responsible for some of the greatest footage in Jackass history. Not by his own free will,
Yeah.
but
But truly is probably our greatest secret weapon.
yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
You are the...
Secretly the stupidest person alive. Is that what we're calling it?
Well,
Well, I wouldn't say the stupidest.
Maybe not so secret. I don't know.
No, but you show terror in such a fascinating and entertaining way, and you're always, well, you're not always down for it, but you'll do it,
Yeah.
which is wonderful.
I was going to say he's actually braver than most of the cast. Like, he'll know something shitty's going to happen to him. Like,
Dude, like,
well,
okay, first of all, who isn't terrified of a bear eating salmon off
But
their
you
dick?
didn't know the bear was
Doesn't
there.
matter. I was in the situation,
Right.
and everyone would act that terrified.
I was going to bring that bit up because you willingly
Put myself there.
got strapped down into the electric chair, which you couldn't get out of,
Yeah.
and then didn't without knowing what was going to happen and
Yeah.
knowing
Something
something
bad.
shitty's going to
So that's the
something
thing.
truly shitty. And like the level, like by the time that's Jackass Forever. By the time we're there, the shittiness is through the roof
Yeah.
of what can happen.
So like in India, when you went, I watched you walk to every person and ask if they would do something. Like, I didn't know what it was. Then you walked over to me, and we're sitting around the tables, because I'm always the last person you'll ask because you know
No,
I'll say
sometimes
yes.
you're the first person.
Well, okay.
Most times.
But if it's super gnarly, you'll try to get everyone else, but then you know that I'll say yes to it, pretty much.
You are the backstop. We call
And-
you the backstop.
And so you come over to me and you say, hey, we're in India. You haven't really filmed much here. Would you like to lay on a bed of nails? And I'm like, what? Fuck no. And then I thought about it, and you were right. We were in India. I made the trip all the way over there. And so I said, fine, yes. And I said to you, Jeff, you're like a used car salesman who sold me nothing but lemons. But for some reason, I keep coming back and buying more.
What had you seen the bed of nails before you said yes?
No, I've never seen a bed of nails in my life.
That was the worst bed of nails
They were
I'd
used.
ever seen. Because usually the bed of nails, they're very uniform and spaced out perfectly, so it distributes your weight very well. This were like cockeyed at different heights.
They were
and-
used nails like they literally pulled them out of a house or something.
Well, they were
And then-
rusty, and what's the worst that could happen?
It
Yeah.
was that just laying down on that was bad enough because Tripp tried to say, hey, look, it's fine. Just look. And he sits down on it and it goes through his hand.
Yeah, his hand and his ass, and then he gets up
And he's like, "It's fine, Aaron.
He goes, "It's fine." I'm like, "Hell no, I am not doing this." And then the next day of shoot, and I couldn't sleep at all that whole night.
Oh, you knew a day ahead of time. you were
Yeah,
doing
I had to
it. Oh,
try
okay.
to sleep and
Yeah.
know that I'm gonna die on rusty nails.
Did you know about the snakes yet?
No.
Jeff, that's
So-
terrible.
Well, because once you're on that thing, you can't just jump up.
Yeah,
You're-
you
Well,
can't.
how would you know?
I tried it a little bit,
Oh, interesting.
and it sucked.
Well, that day, you guys tried to like convince me again that it's going to be okay. So you had a local who does bed of nails. His back was like a freaking board. And he lays on the bed of nails like, see, you put more nails in. And so it made it more comfortable. But then the snake gets put on him, and the snake bit him in the fucking face. So not only did
The cobra?
bit him in the face, and they pick him up and they just take him away into the shitty woods that are over there.
Those guys have been doing that for years.
What, get bit?
Yeah, they can do that.
Lies. And I'm standing there going, in my brain, I'm like, yeah, but I did fly to India. And so the thing about me is once I commit to something, I'm committed.
Yep.
Like I'm not gonna back out.
We also put just everything we could in that shot. There's an elephant, a painted elephant, that's really ornately painted elephant right behind you. You're laying on the bed of nails.
I have so much anxiety.
Snake charmers. It's like every.
Did that make the movie or make it 0.5?
I think it's a 0.5.
It was a
by the
really
way,
underrated
it made
bit.
0.5 because there were already too many snake bits in the movie. Like, thanks for letting me know.
Well, see, that's the thing about making Jackass, though. You got to shoot a lot.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
You
never
don't have
know.
to shoot a lot of the same shit if you know it's not going to go in the movie.
Well, you never know what's going to be the best.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
Well, whatever. 0.5.
0.5s.
0.5s usually end up being better than the movie. Anyways.
They get seen, man.
Yeah.
Anyways. Whew. Coming in hot on this one.
Yeah. I love that
We
bit.
need a break.
That
I
bit
forgot
is so funny.
the snake bit the other dude in the face.
Yeah. I haven't forgotten
The
once.
cobra.
Seriously.
And that miserable, like the flute sound, they're not good at playing the flute. It's just
Oh my God. And then Meech puts the camera like right in my face right here. And then the cobra bites at the camera.
Yeah.
I couldn't move. I couldn't scream.
Well, you
or
shouldn't
anything.
move.
And you're
when you got a
so
cobra
white.
on you.
You're so
Oh,
white
dude.
on that.
Not only
like-
white, but I was pretty thick. So my skin was going in through to the nails. Like when I got off of that, I had like almost punctures through my whole body. Like,
I think a party layer helps you in that scenario.
no, it's
know?
much better to be thin.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah, you
Nate
don't-
would have done a lot better on the bed of
Maybe.
nails than
like
Aaron.
Maybe.
bones don't.
I just think
yeah.
you want more surface area to kind of spread it out. But
Well, maybe we'll have to.
Yeah, he would
You
be
know.
our guy for that.
Yeah.
Then that's a good.
that's
Good
it.
test.
I'm made for the bed of nails.
Who's responsible for you being on the show?
Whitey, Rob McGehey. So I was filming. I was a snowboarder, like amateur, pro, whatever. Back in
were
the
you
day,
amateur or pro?
I was paid, but I wasn't. I would say, to my standards, what would be considered a top pro.
Right.
So I was sponsored by Airwalk, Oakley, Cal's Pharmacy.
So
bunch of brands.
Whitey was a cameraman for us. He was, I've known Whitey a long time.
Big Brother,
From the Big Brother days. He was actually,
Blunt.
yeah, we did Blunt magazine, which was the snowboarding version of Big Brother magazine. And he was the photo editor.
Yeah. So Whitey and I were filming for his movies, Kingpin Productions, snowboard films, videos, and I had written a couple skits for doing stuff with him, which was Fast Food Football, and then a couple others I can't remember. But I think Fast Food Football was the one he told you about.
Yeah.
And you guys were coming up to film Dave in Portland because Dave England lived there, and Dave and I were friends.
And you lived in Portland.
And I lived in Portland. And so Whitey came into the skate shop I was working at, Cal's Pharmacy, and he's like, "Hey, my friends want to come up and film you, do your skits and that you wrote." And I was like, "What? Really? Sick." And showed up and in my Danger Ehren outfit. And that day, Dave had a pogo stick, and I took the pogo stick, and I never pogo stick before, and I jumped off this like gap cliff, broke my finger. And that weekend, we filmed Danger Ehren Extreme Pogo and Fast Food Football. And that's basically how I got involved.
Did Extreme Pogo make the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pogo stick through a water fountain, downstairs,
right.
indoor.
Wait, did we also do urban kayaking that time? Or
No,
I think
urban
we came
kayaking
back to
was-
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause the show was
Right.
big by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the show had gotten picked up and we were filming.
Yeah.
Which, I think I've said before, but not on this, is that when you guys sent the VHS tape of what was for the pilot, the sizzle reel, whatever pilot, I was like, damn, there's no way this is ever going to, because at the time there was nothing that raw and
Right.
just on TV. And then 3 months later, you called me. I think you called me and said, "Hey, the show got picked up by MTV." And
Wait, we'd already shot Fast Food Football?
that was the first thing.
And we shot that for the pilot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing
We went
about
up
that
there.
Fast Food Football, we couldn't find shoulder pads anywhere. So we used towels and wrapped towels around my arms. Like, come on, shoulder
They
pads.
don't have a sporting goods store.
we
think I
in
couldn't find them
Portland?
anywhere.
I was probably the costumer at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we just wrapped towels around my shoulders and
It worked.
Well, look
fine.
great.
Stole the food and
Look great.
did a little dance. And
We were thinking, that bit would be so much better if it was real on both sides, but it's dangerous.
Because you don't want to break anyone's arm.
It's
That
a
was
great
a fun
idea,
one.
though. But so the way we shot it was we shot it from inside the car. We ordered the food,
Yeah.
and then
it was
it
on
was
the
all on the person who worked at the fast food.
Yeah.
To mitigate the danger.
So that's how I got involved.
That was a good bit.
And you were there. You came
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
It was the two of you and Ballard, I think, was shooting.
Ballard was probably shooting.
He was the
Whitey
shooter.
was shooting.
Whitey, Dave, myself. Cliver. Was Cliver there?
I don't know if he would have come
I
up or
don't
not.
know.
Maybe.
It was a lifetime ago, man.
That was a while ago.
Let me tell you, I know what it's like to have a big red rocket between your legs. Now, for those of you at home who think you know exactly where I'm going with this, well, I'm talking about the big red rocket
Penis.
from Jackass #2. Cock! You can see it again in Jackass Best and Last in theaters now, although today's episode is brought to you by Blue Chew.
Blue Chew has given over 5 million men confidence where it counts.
In the cock!
Proverbial rockets, if you will. And now they're targeting arousal where it starts.
The pants.
No, the brain.
Oh, Blue Chew just dropped something crazy. Blue Chew Gold.
Blue Chew Gold gets you harder than a rock.
Woo!
Blue Chew Gold gets your brain and body on the same page. Other options just help blood flow, but Gold combines 4 ingredients into one powerful tablet. 2 of those ingredients maximize blood flow, of course. That goes to your wiener.
Mhm.
And the other 2 boost arousal and intimacy in the brain.
And that just adds up to a whole lot of hard. Now, don't settle for a half solution. If you want a complete experience in the bedroom, go to BlueChew.com. Discover your options at BlueChew.com, and we've got a special deal for our listeners. Right now, when you buy 2 months of Blue Chew Gold, you get the 3rd for free with promo code Jackass. That's promo code Jackass. You will also receive an additional 10% off plus free overnight shipping on your first order. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the pod and the bedroom.
Especially the bedroom.
Yes. Did you grow up in Portland?
I grew up in McMinnville. I was born and raised there. And my dad was a mortician. My mom sold funeral insurance. And so I grew up in a mortuary for 12 years of my life. And
How was that?
I mean, to me, it was normal. But yeah, looking back, it was probably pretty weird, you know?
Did you have a job inside the mortuary?
Stay alive. Like, I'd have friends over, and we used to like throw tennis balls like they were bombs in the chapel, like in between the pews, you know, and play games like that. And
Did you ever go
Scare
in
each
where the
other.
bodies were?
all the time.
Oh, weird.
He didn't like me coming into the embalming room because, you know, obviously a 9-year-old or whatever, like seeing dead people.
You would
isn't
see
that-
him doing work?
Yeah, embalming. You know, next.
Did that freak you out?
What is embalming? What do they do?
They take embalming fluid, formaldehyde, and they take all the blood out of your
How do you get the
body.
blood out?
through the neck, right here, 1 tube in, 1 tube out, and then it replaces with formaldehyde.
So they're
And then
sucking
it-
blood out and
Yeah,
pumping formaldehyde in.
yeah,
That's so weird. I've never seen that process.
yeah. And my bedroom was above the embalming room,
Oh my God.
and I've been wondering lately, like, why my brain doesn't work very much anymore. And I'm just wondering, like, because back in the 80s,
Did it smell your bedroom?
No, but I don't think there were as many regulations back then.
Right. Do you think fumes?
I think fumes were going up.
Did you have nightmares about it, or it was
No.
totally normal and it was like nothing?
It's totally normal. I mean, the ones that would really be bad is if, like, my dad was very cautious. He didn't want me to see, you know, the corpses ever. But if I did, it was the kids that were dead. That is very sad. That were my age that would die and come in, and he made sure I didn't see any.
Yeah,
of
you don't
those.
need
He's
to
like,
see
stay
that."
out, stay out. But the first prank I ever did, I was like 9 years old, and a family that just lost their loved one was looking at caskets in the casket room, and I laid down in one of the caskets and shut it. And when he opened it, I jumped out and scared everyone.
Oh.
I'm probably going to go to hell for that.
You know
What
what?
did?
But
what-
and then
what
my
did
dad
they-
just like he silently, like very quietly goes, "Get upstairs." and the family was crying.
They cried. Oh my!
Well, they weren't laughing.
They were.
They
Oh
weren't
my
laughing.
God.
And I ran upstairs
shoot.
and I sat up there for like a half hour, 45 minutes before he came back up.
Oh no!
And the whole time I was just like, "Oh, dude, what have I done?"
Those are right marks, though. Those.
What did?
Parents with
Yeah,
the-
they were.
Oh, my dad was a professional fisherman, a fly fisherman. So he was called the fishing mortician. Like he was literally in newspapers and stuff. It's legit. Like he had 5 world records, whatever. And
World records for
fishing.
wow.
Fishing, game and fishing. Yeah. So he had a belt that had his name on it.
The fishing mortician.
No, it just said McGehey, and it had fish all over it.
and you
And
had
he
that
came
embedded
upstairs
in your
and he
ass.
fucking branded my ass with
Fish
the
markets.
fish.
Did you ever do that again?
Hell no.
Oh
I didn't
my
even
God.
know.
That's
That was
fantastic.
Oh
I
my
learned
God.
a lot.
That is one of the
I learned a lot.
worst and funniest
Yeah.
pranks I've ever heard of.
I just think about it now as being a dad. Like, what?
How come you didn't invite us into that when we were writing pranks back then?
Well, you did one with the casket that
We did
fell
the
out.
hearse.
Yeah.
That would have been.
That's
good.
pretty
And we
much-
tried to get Dottie embalmed.
Oh yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much covers the
Well,
biz.
we wanted her stuffed, and not just embalmed,
yeah,
but
yeah,
actually.
stuffed, yeah.
And I
actually-
realized messing with people that have to do with with death, it's a little too sensitive. I decided to not
Maybe.
go that route
Maybe.
anymore.
the Dottie thing was funny. I remember like
People were going to do
we
it.
were walking into taxidermy places.
Oh, I
with This
remember.
old lady, and she's convincing them that she wants to be stuffed.
Yeah. Classic.
Dude, it's amazing what you can get away with if you just try. It's like I had people help me bury a dead body in a
Oh my
grave
God.
in my backyard in Bad Grandpa. And we didn't
Yeah.
even use it for the movie.
Oh, I didn't see that.
0.5. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Just
You
kidding.
should have called me. I would have given you some pointers.
Oh my God.
That's amazing. That's funny.
So yeah, I grew up in a mortuary around death, and my dad used to get paged and before cell phones, and we'd be on a trip like in a station wagon. My dad had a station wagon. That's how we
For
transport
bodies.
Yeah, and we would be like, if it was closer to get the body, then go home, drop the family off, and come back. He would put my 2 sisters and my mom and him in the front seat, fold down the back, and I would lay next to the cot, which was always a blue bag, and I would lay.
Just be like,
You
No,
would lay
I-
next to the bag?
You're the body, all right? You're the body.
Jesus.
So don't
I'm the
move. Don't move. And I'm like this with the window down and my arm on the armrest, looking out the window like this, like back and forth, just like the whole time.
How old were you when this happened?
My whole childhood.
This is
wait,
explaining
he would,
so much.
Would your
Yeah,
dad? Your
you-
dad would
you-
drive around with the bags, like so he would have body bags to go put there.
There would be a funeral home
Oh, so he's picking them up.
that
from
would
the
pick
funeral.
him up.
Got it.
He'd pick him up from, and then he would transport them to
Oh, so a
McMinnville, where-
mortuary works with a funeral home.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to have their funeral and what their preparations done where they're from or whatever, like if somebody dies
Right.
and they're like, let's take care of everything here.
Oh, I was thinking
then
a funeral
transpo.
home and the mortuary were all one thing.
It is.
Oh,
Cemetery's different.
right. No, I get
So a funeral home and a mortuary are the same thing. So the funeral home is basically where they do the service,
that. Yeah.
and a mortuary is where they do all the embalming and makeup. and prep.
Your dad didn't have the funeral home, the service part.
He had it all.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes he would pick up from other.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if somebody died in a county 4 counties over,
Right.
they'd have to be transported to where they're
Right.
wanted to be
Okay.
buried. And
Well, wait. Would a hospital bring the bodies from the hospital to your?
my dad would pick them up.
He would go pick them up.
Yeah, from the or from the morgue is what
Yeah.
they call that.
Yeah.
The morgue is at the hospital,
Got it.
and then he would go pick them up. And if he had to be cremated, if he would take it to a crematory.
And would he sell coffins?
Yeah, that's what I was laying in when I was 9. It
Right.
scared everyone.
That's right. Right.
So we had a casket room.
Caskets.
And there was like
like the,
20
the
caskets.
shitty pine box.
There was
all
the
way
pine
up
box
to
all the way up to
the
the white
deluxe
gold.
aluminum with
Yeah.
the satin interior.
Yeah.
Did any of your siblings have problems with or fears or nightmares?
No,
or-
I think it just like, if your dad's a janitor, you're around cleaning supplies, it's like, I think it was just normal for us. Like we didn't really think much about other than,
Right.
the aspect of, for me, it made me like who I am today and who I always be. And I learned couple very valuable things, and that's ethics, morals, and to be a kind person, because we're all going to die, and being able to let go of your life and be at peace is heaven, and that's the one way to let go and be able to live a successful life.
Do you think that's what's made you so hard to kill?
I mean, I'm very resilient. I think
It's hard to kill.
Yeah.
so
And
hard.
we have tried.
Yeah, I know you have.
We really have.
Yeah.
We shot with some of your family. Your family, do you remember this? The
Demolition Derby.
the Demolition Derby with the rent-a-car.
Yeah.
We took the rent-a-car to his family. They did all the modifications, and they run that whole Demolition Derby
So
up
I
there.
think you wrote the idea of renting a car, but wasn't sure what to do with it. And I was like, well, I have family
Yeah.
that does demolition, and so you guys came up, and my cousins reinforced it all. Like once you rented the car, you took it down to Salem where they did all the
Was that in
fabrication.
Salem?
Yeah, Salem. And then my family all came out there and met you guys, and just normal folk.
They all kind of look
Good
like
people.
Aaron.
Yeah. Which camera? Yeah.
No, that was awesome. And then you weren't even hardly in the bit.
I was in one of the cars.
Yeah, you were driving one of the cars.
That was a good one though. That guy was so pissed when you brought that car back.
Oh,
Yeah, he wasn't happy.
that was one of our debates, like whether to say you got the insurance or didn't. And I was saying, tell them you got the insurance, because then they're going to have to pay for it.
You were right and I was wrong.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking deeply. I'm like, no, but it still worked out.
Yeah, it didn't
would have
matter.
probably worked out better if
worked
I'd
out.
have done it the way you suggested.
I think you had him as mad as he was going to get.
Yeah, he wasn't going to get any more mad. Like
Yeah.
when you ran off, he was just.
He was pissed.
Yeah, he was pretty.
I missed that style of filming. Like during
That's how
COVID,
so wild, because,
we stopped.
well, it just, even when I look back at how we would do that today versus then, it was so much more
Well, no one else was doing
unpredictable.
it.
We were just
Because we didn't know what we were
fishing.
doing yet.
I know, like we didn't have any cameras hidden in there. It was
At
all
some point,
just,
you make all the mistakes, and
Yeah.
you start slowly learning not to
Yeah.
make those mistakes.
The Blind Driver, when we filmed that, you remember, like
My God.
everyone was shooting the same thing. We had 3 cameras
The
all
best,
shooting the one
best is
thing.
like what I love
So we had to
about the
reshoot
blind
that.
driver bit, which was a great idea. There's a shot of me trying to plot the whole thing out.
Oh, yeah.
And it is just Tweedledee and Tweedledum and Tweedledoo
So confusing.
all gathering around like a little stick figure draw. And I tried to follow it, and I'm like, I get why everyone shot the same thing. I had no.
I think we learned a
ability.
lot on that one shoot, like to get angles instead of everyone shoot the.
So the
goal.
blind
We
driver
did
is
that a
you
lot,
pretending
though.
to be a blind guy.
Yeah.
And you're bashing a car into all the
rented, yep.
these 2 rent-a-cars that we placed there. And then Dave comes riding by, and you run him over on the
Yep.
bike.
in a part of Portland where they're very not cool with running over people on bicycles.
That one part of Portland.
That
where
one part of Portland.
is the place not to
Yeah.
run over.
Did that car hit a bicyclist? Let's kill him. And the funny thing is, like, obviously I can see. So when they were chasing me, I would slow down until they got real close to me in the rearview mirror, and then I would step on it again. So they think they're gonna catch me, and then I would step on it, and then and I do that. I did that for like 3 blocks, and these guys were just chasing me, like, "Oh, we got him now! Wow, he's going again!" And then finally they got in a car and they
And we have
roadblocked me. And
no coverage of that. There's no camera in
no,
your car. I don't
nothing.
believe.
No car
Oh
camera.
my God.
Our cameras were all right here,
Yeah.
filming the exact same thing, and then it all happened.
We missed all that.
We missed all of it.
And I don't think Jackass had aired yet.
No.
It hadn't even
Yeah, it
aired.
hadn't
So
aired yet.
so I'm trying to explain to these dudes. I'm like, no, we're filming a show. It's called Jackass. They're like, I don't give a fuck what you're filming. You ran over that dude on a bike. I go, I'm blind. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm blind. I don't know anything. So
I'm blind.
Did you even have a lav on? Probably not.
No, we would.
I
It
don't
would,
even think
have been
so.
out of range.
There's no sound.
It would have been out of
we-
range instantly.
we did make sure
So
to
stupid.
We did make sure to make sure my clothes didn't match though, because I'm blind. So it would have been.
So we had 2 different
So
color
I had
frocks.
like obviously the guy's
The
blind. He
details.
did- yeah, the,
See,
Oh my
it's in the
God.
details.
the cane, the glasses, tap tap tap. Like I was looking for the keyhole to put my key in. This, before alarms, whatever, keyless entry. Finally, I get it in. The
Did you
people
write
are-
that one? Was that
Yeah,
your
I
idea?
wrote that. Yeah, yep.
And also, you wrote The Meter Fairy, which to us is right in there in the lore of some of the worst things we've ever shot.
I'm glad. I'm glad it sticks with you.
It's Bread Suit and Meter Fairy are the two we
Yeah.
Well, that says something,
fall back on.
right? You're talking about it.
The bread
Bread
suit,
suit.
that's the bread suit.
Oh,
over there.
yeah.
Look, we taped bread to his suit, thinking that pigeons would attack him.
That's
And the
jackass,
bread
dude.
barely even stuck.
That's jackass. Like, if you think about it,
It's jackass.
it's the most basic thing that you see.
We didn't get
done
shit.
and-
Yeah, we didn't get anything. And that was Tripp's first day working with us.
Oh my god!
And he was wondering, like, why am I
But
working with
look at
these?
Trip at work, just taping that bread on, like tape.
He worked for the Tom Green show, so like he knows something.
And Nate, is that Nate up there
That's Nate filming.
filming? Little PC 101, Sony PC
Johnny
101 camera.
Knoxville's diseased little cousin back there filming away.
I mean, the Meter Fairy, like, I know you guys don't like it. I think it's funny because,
No, not just us, everyone.
okay, everyone can not like it, but I think it's funny because the meter people were so pissed, like, that we were basically plugging the meter before he got to it to
Yeah.
give a ticket. And when we were hiding from they chased us and we were hiding. And
I none of us like it, but I think Bam disliked it the most.
I think so.
He would get angry
Yeah.
when discussing.
Is that why
it.
He hated you and Dave because the Meter Fairy and the Dave's door knocker thing.
The door knocker thing? I'll stand by to this day.
Me too, but
Well, you
Bam
can't ride all
hated that.
gold.
Wow.
Sometimes you ride a little pink.
So we had a cast and crew dinner the other night, a small one at Musso and Frank's, and I don't want to say got stuck next to Aaron. I got to sit next to Aaron,
Thank you.
and I had a revelation. When I was talking to you after knowing you for 26, 27 years,
Yeah.
I'm like, my God, is Aaron smart?
You stopped the conversation like there was about 30 people.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like,
You like stood up and were like,
and
wait a minute.
I'm across the table. You're like, Jeff, did you know he's smart? I'm like,
You were so confused. Like,
look, I don't think he's that smart, but
yeah, I'm not
he's
saying.
smart about certain things.
Good way to
Because
put
we
it.
were talking about
way to put
like
it.
what
His investments.
your investments and what you do with your money and
Well, okay. First of all, thank you.
well, it's
For
since
Don't
got
thank me
calling
because
me
I
it's
didn't.
since
smart.
been downgraded to he's good with his hands.
about-
But go ahead.
Thank you for letting everyone know I'm good with my hands. It started when I was like in the 5th grade. This is crazy, but I would go across the street and buy suckers and then sell them at school because you couldn't leave campus, whatever, it was elementary school. So I'd buy them for 10 cents and sell them for 25 cents. One day, the suckers were,
Genius.
yeah, right. So I was making 15 cents a sucker.
Whoa.
But then one day I went to the place to get the suckers and they were 25 cents. So it went from 10 to 25. Had I bought a box of them at 10 cents and sold them then for 50 cents, I would have made that much more. And that's when I learned about inflation. And so in the first bit of money I made off the Jackass movie, I bought a house.
He bought
and
suckers.
Yeah, bought a bunch of suckers. Thousands of boxes, thousands of suckers. Blow pops.
And he would show up
Tootsie
at elementary
Pops.
schools.
And he would sell them for 20. He'd make 20 cents a sucker.
20 cents a sucker,
Oh,
but
man.
you know,
Inflation.
Can I tell the
bitches.
story?
it just got tricky to get into those elementary schools.
I basically I invested my money into real estate because that's one best way I think to protect your money against inflation, and so I bought a house, a commercial building in 2003, it was, and since then I've had about 10 properties, and I do the
You buy like
construction.
beach houses, right? Like in
I have
on the
several
coast?
houses on the Oregon coast.
and
For vacation rental.
you do the rehab, and,
Remodeling,
you
yes.
remodel 'em?
Yeah.
You do the electrical?
He knows how to do
I do
all of it.
electrical,
Jesus
plumbing.
Christ, that's terrifying.
Right.
Yep, it is. Romex 16 or 12, bro.
What
the
happens?
white or the yellow?
What happens when a tenant calls up the landlord and says, "Hey, I need you to come fix this toilet," and then you show up, and they're like,
I don't
Has there-
show
has
up
there
when
ever
they're.
been a fan?
I have a management company running it in that situation, but I'll do the big fixes. So, like if a toilet is leaking, I'll go the next day after they leave and I'll fix the toilet.
"So you've
or
never
whatever.
run into someone who's like
No.
kid new jackass and like, hey,
No,
Dad,
I don't
that's
want to
danger
be.
Aaron."
Yeah, I don't, because then they'll just steal all my shit.
Ugh.
Did you learn how to do all this growing up or once you got
No.
houses?
Once I bought my first house, I just learned. And
Other classes? You
No,
just
he got he
apprenticed?
developed this superpower where he'd go lay next to the dead bodies under his house, and he could he would
I just take I sucked
get
all of their knowledge.
professional knowledge.
Yeah. So I would always hang out with these dead contractors, and like they told me all these things. It was amazing.
So you just learned a little at a time? Did you learn from anyone or just everyone?
I mean, back then there wasn't a lot of stuff there was no YouTube or anything really. So it was just learn as you go. But I would always make sure that somebody that knew what they were doing was there on hand if it involves electrical or plumbing. Those are the two things. And framing. Framing is a very important thing too. Those three things are the most important things you need to know. If you do it and you fuck it up, you're screwed. But it's taken me many years. I've remodeled 6 full properties and a commercial building, 2 commercial buildings, and I had a skate shop in one of the commercial buildings.
That's right. You used to own a skate shop. What was that called?
Danger Valley in McMinnville, where I grew up.
And how long did you own that for?
I bought the building in 2005 and remodeled it, did the whole thing, and then it was in business for 8 years. And then the whole industry just kind of like killed itself because the internet and kids stopped going to the skate parks or skate shops to hang out.
Was it kind of the clubhouse?
Yeah.
One of those skate
shops? It was
shops?
like in the 80s and 90s, you know.
I've been to some skate shops that aren't that, and I always wondered, like, why aren't you that? You know, like a skate shop.
That's what a skate shop is.
It's supposed to be the clubhouse for those.
And also the society, kids are detached. They buy everything online and go to the skate park and perform their tricks. There's no community really anymore.
But you still own the building.
I still own the building.
Yeah. Who was coming up to Portland and they're like, hey, man, it's like someone close to us. It was the crew or cast. Like, hey, I'm going to be in Portland. Then it was maybe a cast member. And you're like, oh, yeah. And you send them a house to rent. Not like, hey, stay in my house.
Well, if it's during the prime season, you got to make the dollar, man, because it's half the year it's sitting empty and the other half. And I'm sure I gave him a discounted rate. Come on. Come on. I ain't going to screw a bro.
This podcast is brought to you by AG1. Travel has a way of wrecking your routine. New time zone, weird hours, meals, whenever you can grab them, and suddenly you just don't feel like yourself. That's why AG1 makes travel packs. Toss a few in your carry-on and you're covered, whether you're waking up at 6 a.m. for a flight or sleeping in till 2 p.m. because you're still adjusting to jet lag.
AG1 also backs this up with multiple gold standard clinical trials. In an industry where not every brand invests heavily in research, AG1 goes to great lengths to continually invest in rigorous, peer-reviewed clinical trials.
Now, here's what the research shows. Combined with a normal diet, AG1 covers 94% of your daily nutrient needs. It's been shown to improve key nutrient levels within 3 months, and it supports your gut microbiome, too.
None of that happens overnight. It's energy, digestion, and just feeling more like yourself. AG1 is an easy way to give your body a boost in the right direction.
Visit drinkag1.com/jackass, and for a limited time, get a free AG1 travel kit with 7 free AG1 travel packs in your welcome kit with your first AG1 subscription order while supplies last. That's drinkag1.com/jackass. When filming a bit, have you been in the most fear?
Oh, man.
The most terror?
I feel like when I was younger, I didn't really have as much terror, even though the stuff was, I think, more dangerous. I think probably the bear because, like, in most situations, you can zig or zag to get out of something. But when you're strapped to a chair and a bear is, like, its claw was as big as each finger was a claw, and then its paws here. And when it pulled my pants open and then put its mouth into my pants and ate salmon off my dick at that moment, and then somebody shocked me with the dog collar at that exact moment.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I'm like, and that right there was like, I think I started crying.
He's biting my dick.
And
I
like
broke.
at that point, the trainer was trying to get into the room, but Jeff was not letting him into the room because he walked us through. The bear does a series of things to before it gets bad and they bite
Right.
bad. They'll give certain signals to be paid by food.
Yeah.
Like they go through like 3 or 4 things, and before they bite bad, they'll give a nibble.
Right.
How many nibbles?
After the nibble, if they don't get paid by food, you're fucked. And he nibbled you quite often.
But there was so much food, he was getting paid every time. So
No, he ran out of food, and then he went to bite my fucking fingers. Like my fingers were on the chair like this, and then he went like that, and I went just in time like this because I was covered in honey. So as far as he's concerned, I think it was a piece of salmon, and I went like that, and then it looked up at me and growled, and its mouth opened up like that, and I think that was I mean.
Because bears won't kill you before they eat you. They'll just start eating you.
right. So that was one of the bits. I'll say this. Like Knoxville, you wrote that one.
Dick.
And
You had no faith. You're like, we can't.
it's another one that I just didn't have faith in. And
Just
the
send me
way
in,
we were
coach.
thinking about it, we were originally trying to make it so you'd fall through a hole in the floor into a room with the bear. Like,
I wanted, the way I thought of it initially is to have the bear walk into the room, but you were, and you raised a good point. Like, there's no way that we can have a bear close to the room without everybody knowing because they make so much noise.
right. But that bear
And-
was quiet.
He has a quiet bear. Thank God.
Dude, when you guys moved that bookshelf, and I'm like, there was honey in my eye, and it was burning already.
Honey burns?
Yeah, and being shocked. And so from the beginning, I knew obviously it was.
That was a big production because what we did was we took like it was like a warehouse, like a room in a warehouse that had a roll up door.
The door already existed?
And the roll up door already existed, but it was a huge roll up door. We put a fake wall, covered the whole except for the little size of the bear's cage. So the roll up door is a huge roll up door, but we had the cage right up against that roll up door. And so if within the room, it just looked like an office. And we brought you in through the front so you never saw the back end of it.
I mean, when I'm doing something like that, I literally am just, okay. Like I let go of my, I'm capable and willing to let go of my life. Literally, that's how I'm able to do that shit. Like stand there and like 14 times.
And that you had no choice because
be
you were
clear,
tied down.
Well,
You
I
just
let
either
you tie me
die
down
or don't die.
and I let you
live.
tie me down because, and you could have done anything at that point.
most of the time your life isn't on the line, but that one it could have been if the bear would have gotten a little more excited.
But the best piece, see, the magic of it is
The shirt.
the fucking
Oh,
shirt,
yeah.
man. Like,
Yeah,
where did that shirt come
So
from?
I bought that shirt many years ago at a Goodwill. It's
So many books,
It's originally
so
a
little
Frank
time.
Zappa quote. I want to make those shirts because
Oh
they're
my
so
God.
beautiful.
That
but
shirt.
yeah, so many books.
Like
so
that
little time.
really weighs on Aaron.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't really read.
Yeah, that's what
I can.
There's irony in the shirt.
It's
That's
so
the point
funny.
of me wearing it. In fact, I remember you outside before we even went and shot that. You looked at me and goes, "You sure you want to wear that shirt? I mean, it's gonna be." And I was like, "Yeah, I want to wear the shirt and my white pants." And I had no idea the backdrop was gonna be black and white. It's
looks
just so
good.
perfect.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
funny.
And then when you were putting the honey on me, I thought you guys were going to release bees on me because I thought you were trying to kill me. And you know that I'm allergic to bees because we did that test a long time ago. And I'm like, why are you going to try to kill me with bees? And then when that bear comes out,
You're like, please, can we bring in the bees?
dude, my mind could not process what was
Yeah.
happening.
It read on your face.
Yeah,
I was so confused. Like, is this AI? Is
you
this before
are the
AI? Like,
reason that you were in that bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
sure.
And it just shows
Yeah.
to
I'm
everyone.
very
like,
animated.
You're so animated, so funny when your life's on the line.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry I held that trainer
I wish,
back.
yeah,
but
no, yeah. Well,
but
we wouldn't have got the shot.
we
if
held
you
it
didn't.
back the right amount of time.
Yeah, just before it bit my fingers off
It had
and bit my head off also. Good job. Jesus. I think we had it like 5 minutes before that.
We
But
probably
it's all
did.
good.
We
It's
probably
all
did.
good. Whatever.
Yeah, that was a special day.
God damn, that was funny.
Fuck, dude. I shit my pants.
It's just like the giant hand, though. That's one of the ones I shit on, tried to make not happen. And then once you get into it, once we got into the craft of
Yeah.
it, we both like,
Well, because
got
it's so
geeked.
hard trying to figure these things out.
Yeah.
So
the
it's
logistics
like,
of that one were tricky.
Well,
Yeah.
I showed up late, or not late. I just was later than everyone else because I just flew in from Portland, and Gooch comes over to me and is like, "Hey, can you take these soups in?" And I was like, and you guys apparently were like, "He's not gonna fall for the soup," and I was like, "Sure," and I knew it was something, but I thought that there were little firecrackers in the soup. So I was walking, looking at the soup, like waiting for this fucking soup to blow up, and then blast! I got blasted by a hand. Like, what the fuck? Like a hand?
the old firecrackers in the soup bin.
That's what I was like,
I
these
love it.
guys, like,
So we basically, this is for the giant hand bit.
geez.
And to get Aaron, we decided, well, what we'll do is we'll set a production vehicle out in the parking lot. And we had Lindsay out there.
Yeah,
who-
Lindsay and Gooch.
Lindsay and Gooch, and we just poured cold soup into the,
Yeah.
maybe it was even warm. I don't remember.
No, it was called tomato soup.
We put tomato soup into the bowls and then set on cafeteria trays like, here, carry this.
It was a
free
very
pour-
good distraction. That was what made me think that this is what's going to happen. Like,
I hit a note that I could not hit today when I said he fell for the soup.
Oh my
He
God.
fell for the soup.
The glee in my voice.
That was
Oh.
that day was so fun because we got everybody that day.
Awesome.
And you were probably right before BAM where we would add so it was garage door springs
Yeah.
that were pulling that thing back, and they had like, by the time you got hit, there was probably 10.
Oh, I got lit up, dude.
And then by the time BAM got hit, we added 2 more.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He was full
At
airborne.
the beginning of the day, I could hold the hand myself.
Yeah.
But by the end, I needed like 2 or 3 people to help.
And so we basically staggered the call time. So like one at a time, you guys would come to get picked up to go to the office. And so you were right near the end.
How many times have you actually broken your neck? Because
3.
I think
So I broke it-
sometimes you said 13 or 14.
3. No, I've had 12 knee surgeries, but I've had 3 broken necks. So the first time I broke it when I was 18, snowboarding, I had my C5 and 6 fused. They used bone from my hip, fused it. And then I broke it in the shopping cart down the mountain, dressed in the fat suit, which I told you was going to happen. And
I told you to jump out.
And then
then in the same movie, when I torpedoed into the trampoline, so I had to have 2 discs replaced, 2.5, right?
3.5.
3.5.
We did a trampoline. We had Wee Man as Porky Pig. He had the jacket on.
You threw a cone at me, and it hit me in the head, and it twisted me, and I torpedoed straight down into the trampoline.
well, that was an accident.
I understand. So, like, on the shopping cart, I got fucking hurt, right? And as I'm blacked out, slid back into the pool, the ice cold pool, I come up, and everyone's looking at me like my head fell off or something. And I'm like looking at everyone, like everyone's like, and it wasn't because they were concerned about me. It was because that they were like, should we go through with the actual bit, which was I was supposed to walk over and get a towel, and I was going to fall into a hole.
Yeah, we
So-
had a pit. We dug a
an
pit.
8-foot deep pit.
Oh, they were waiting for you to like
Yeah,
walk
so I
over?
break my neck, and then I walk over to get a towel, and the next thing you know, I'm in the bottom of a pit upside down.
Oh, you fell? Why didn't we? You didn't know about the pit though,
he
right?
didn't want to put it in there because he felt bad.
No,
Well,
I
then why
don't
didn't
even
you-
remember seeing
it
that.
wasn't that dramatic. You didn't really fall in it right.
All right.
I didn't fall in the pit, right?
Well, you didn't
Oh,
fall all the way.
sorry.
I
You didn't
don't believe
completely
you fell
fall
all
in,
the-
probably.
You kind of fell your leg in it.
No,
Right.
I was at the bottom of the pit with a broken neck.
I think that was your experience.
Well, I have to go back and check because
Yeah, whatever.
if you had fallen all the way in the pit, we would have put it in.
yeah.
I think you felt bad.
did
I
not-
know. I
promise
guarantee
I think
you
you got a
I
contract.
promise you, he did not feel bad.
Like even if I did feel bad, if you had fallen all the way in the pit, it would have made it.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
even with my bad.
My bad.
feeling.
Sorry.
Like-
Because if you walked over to the pit, you
Yeah.
felt good enough to walk over
I
to the pit.
stumbled over to the pit
You know,
and then ate shit, and I'm laying out
God,
in this
that-
pit looking
you
up going,
ate
are you guys serious
that was a
right
great
now?
bit though. Like
That
you,
slam is.
it was
so
It was
glorious.
so fast.
almost terrible.
Like it's a slow flip that you just slowly do basically a front flip out of the cart and flat back it into the backside of the landing ramp.
Yeah.
That could have ended terrible. I mean,
It did.
You could have broken your neck.
I did.
Luckily, that cold water woke you up.
Yeah.
I know.
It was a nice little ice bath.
Every time I see it and the cold water wakes him up, I'm like, oh. Just kidding.
Oh.
Well, it's also like proof. It's in the new movie. We put that in the new
You can't
movie.
kill me.
Well, proof of we can't kill you, but also you don't take direction. Well, I'm saying jump out.
What do you
Yeah,
mean
it's on
jump
you.
out?
It's on you, Aaron.
Poof.
If you
Jump
only
out?
listen
What do you
to
mean
Jeff,
jump out before like the flip?
I don't know.
You just got to listen to him when he
it's
gives
my
you
bad. I
directions.
shouldn't have been pounding so many Fritos. God. Bag of Fritos. Flip die.
Yeah.
What does Fritos have to do with it?
I don't know.
Because he was.
I was eating bag of chips.
Remember, it was part of the fat fucks. Like he
Yeah.
was wrapped in bubble wrap, and
Yeah.
he looked fat.
Oh,
and he
so
had
you were
he had
eating.
some snack food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snack food on the way to death.
God damn.
So yeah, I've had
that slam is so good.
C6 7 disc replaced, C7 T1 disc replaced. From 3? No, that was 2.
That's 3.
No, it was 2.
I feel like that was
It
two.
was 2.
Yeah,
It was
because
two.
remember Bam fell in the pit at the end of
It was 2.
With the
It wasn't
the replacement.
3D.
Both of those are 3, and I'll tell you why I know.
Wait,
No, we were in Tahoe.
wait.
Eric Roner's in it, and we didn't meet him until Nitro, which was 2008. So it came out in 2010.
But
It's 3.
the replacement's treatment bound was the end of number 2. And
Yeah.
Bam fell in the pit at the end of number 2.
Yeah, but that's a different pit. That's not the same thing.
okay.
Oh man,
So-
I'm so confused.
Okay.
We're talking about the snow pit.
Yeah.
That we dug a bigger pit for him to
So
fall
that
in.
was in
okay.
3D?
Okay, so we did
That
it
was
in
in
2
3D.
movies. We did it in 2 movies.
We've done the pit, which we probably learned.
That's when
from
I
the
ripped my tooth out, right? 3D.
3D. You ripped your tooth out.
Huh.
But anyway,
Anyway,
we learned how to dig that pit and hide the pit from cartoons, and we've tried it a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like this is a good place to stop, and
Yeah.
then you got time to sit for another
I've got
interview.
nothing going on.
'Cause-
I'm here.
I have some questions for you.
I've got some answers.
All right.
All right.
It's another glamorous episode of Jackass the Podcast with
That's the name of it.
Danger Aaron.
Jackass the podcast.
We've debated whether it should be the Jackass Podcast or Jackass.
I like Jackass
Podcast.
the podcast.
Yeah, right. Took us a
Because the
while.
Jackass podcast just sounds like another.
It took us a
Jackass
while,
thing.
meaning we still haven't gotten.
I
You're
know we
still
should
not
put that on the
confirmed, yeah.
board for me
Yeah.
because I never can remember.
Great job.
Aaron. Next time on Jackass the Podcast, we have my cousin, one of our producers, Nate Lee, on the show.
I came out for spring break and you were like showing me like videos of like, we're going to do this TV show. And it's like, here's this guy Steve-O at a circus, here's me getting hit by a car and, here's some guy jumping off a bridge and then he shits in the water and we zoom in on the shit. And I'm just like, this is cool, but this isn't going to be on TV. Like,
That was a headgum podcast.